Good morning. Good morning. Oh, you gonna go into the wall? Good morning. Would you like something for breakfast? Okay. Fly. That's your flight away.
Oh, how's it? How's it? Hang loose. Welcome to Mongoose Maps Hawaii, the channel. The channel. Okay, we gotta do the timer here. Alright. Okay, it's Friday. It's chore day for me. That's pretty much the vlog. It's off to do the other stuff, man. Just when you're out of the hospital, it's like, okay, you're healthy, you're walking around. Beep beep boop boop, come on, let's do the chore. And so it's all the chauffeuring. Anyways, I shouldn't complain. I'm glad to be alive. And today, being it September 1st, happy September. Being it September 1st, the Civil Defense Siren goes off at about 11:45, 11, something like that. It's for civil defense, you know, to alert if there's some type of emergency, like missiles from Korea, or tsunamis, or fires. Yeah, it's a civil defense alert system. It's not tsunami only, but everyone thinks of it as the tsunami siren. It won't be going off today because it stay broke. No. They're purposefully not going to sound the siren. First, it was the idea of, if we sound the siren, it's a way too soon for the Maui residents, so they're going to be, oh, the, you know, like PTSD, you know? So they decided we're going to change that into a moment of silence, not sounding the alarm siren. So you won't hear the civil defense siren, maybe different siren? No. But that's what's going on today. No siren for the memorial of respect for Maui. So we're going to have something in the morning, afternoon, and evening, and that's what the no Aloha, that thing. See that one? The Kapuni Aloha no Maui. That's what that's kind of about. Sort of like that. And what are we gonna do? This news in the okay, I'll try to be fast here. Okay, nation news is like all that stuff with the Trump stuff. Okay, let's just get little bits and pieces because this is historically important, and it's important we just don't brush it off. And there's a lot of mega, you know, thing about it, and people are still siloed in their cult of personalities situations, and if you bring it up with friends, you lose friends. I know some people won't talk to me because I'm not a Trumpster. Whatever. I mean, God help us. That, you know, I mean. So anyways, in Georgia, which is going to be the first one, right before Super Tuesday, right? That one. So it's a state case. So they're trying to move it to the federal level because they figure on the federal level, they won't have to do anything but say like, yeah, I'm a federal employee. I was so-and-so. I was chief of staff at the time. I was president at the time. Oh, okay. You're excused. Go home. Here's your lunch money back. You know, they think it's going to be excused at the federal level. It's a infinitesimal small opportunity, but they're going to go hell bent for leather for it. So they're trying to bump it into the federal level, but the state level is going, no, you gotta just sort of pass the test. The litmus test is whether what they did was in the line of duty, part of the job description, what you're supposed to do as chief of staff, or what you're supposed to do as president of the United States. And apparently campaigning for next election isn't part of your job description. So anything they did, which was trying to get reelected or subverting the election, anything like that is part of the campaigning end, which is not part of the job description. So they're not federal employees at the time doing their job. They are just doing what they're doing to get elected again. And so then it stays in Georgia state court system, which is kind of like, good for you, Georgia. Aren't you the peaches? Isn't that just peaches? So I'm thinking that's what's going to happen. And, well, that's it. I mean, they're talking about what that guy, Mark Meadows, the former chief of staff, he's like, you know, the head right-hand man for the president. He's supposed to tell the president, look, Mr. President, you really shouldn't do that. You know, he's supposed to give him the hard line news of, you know, you shouldn't, you know, that's not a good thing. Look, I gotta tell you some bad news, but you gotta hear this stuff. He's like the chief of staff for stuff like that. And he's just like calling up Georgia going, give me your votes. I know they don't exist, but I know they, you know, all that BS and intimidating them, interfering with an election. And that's what they're up against. Woo-hoo. Woo-hoo. In the meantime, we have no Siren, but we have 12 months. That's right. That's nice. Isn't that nice? We have a probe coming our way. Let's look at the news real quick. Okay, there's a probe for the Maui wildfires. And this Maui maneuver is basically they're going to take 12 months to do this probe because there's so much blame game and it's so much big money and it's just such a humongous tragedy. And they have to do this in the middle of that the probe is just going to be, they figure it's going to take a long time. Everyone's denying, trying to back up into the litigation system. Probe to take 12 months. Man, you know, when I was abducted by aliens, it was just one night. Probe, you know, in and out, and you're gone. Thank you very much. They used rubber gloves from Zartan or Pleiades or whatever. No, I'm just kidding. I never got alien abducted. Just in case. I'm not going for that. ACLU is suing our Governor Green.
Super Dr. Governor Green, always on the scene.
And they're suing him for this emergency housing. This is like about, he's trying to get houseless. Well, they used to be homeless. Now they prefer to be houseless. So they figure, well, we just get them houses. So it's affordable housing for the houseless. And so he's trying to make it easier to do with the stuff. So he had this little panel. And now they're going to ACL. Super green guys. I don't know, what is it with these people? I think Governor Green is doing a damn good job, and he's really going for it. And The Rock is on Oprah, and yay, whatever. What's going on with the sports? Oh, wait, up here, eyes up here. The Wahine volleyball, they're weaning, I guess. Role reversal. Hawaii needs every point they can get off Southern California. Okay, they're getting there. They're like, oh, I don't believe it. Oh. Okay. Anything in football? No, this guy. Oh.
Catch the ball.
That's not football. Well, it is. Oh, way too far. Little back in the day, just to relax. What the heck is that? I meant the statues thing. Or the Caesar, the statue, the emperor as philosopher. Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh, and these guys, this is great. I got to point this out. Somewhere there's a podcast. And because of the writers' strike, they're not having any money when they're on strike. So Stephen Colbert, Jimmy Kimmel, Jimmy Fallon, John Oliver, and Seth Meyers. These are like the dudes. They do what I do on the real upper level. I'm like the lowest level of what they're gonna do. Make the news funny. But they're doing these podcasts. They plan to do at least 12 podcasts. Look out for this if you're into podcasts. Stephen Colbert, John Oliver. Okay, I had to plug that because that's a good thing. But back in the day, remember back in 1983, when you want to relax and you just like, I need to look down on a tree to feel big. I make little trees. No, this is the bonsai. Bonsai or bonsai? Yo. Okay. Okay, stop. That's it. No more time. Okay, that's enough for you. Yoroku Ito cultivated this group of Mamie bonsai trees. Also built the stands beneath them, which are actually really cool. They're like little wood with little stands. At the Club 100 Bonsai Show, the host, hosted by 100 Infantry Battalion veterans, continues the club headquarters in Kamoku Street. Wow. These bonsais are like a trip. There's a whole actual tree. That little tree could be 30 years old or something like that. 50 years. Anyways, the magic of bonsai. It's magically like, I don't know, how do they do that? Pruning the roots. Spoiler alert. You know what? Political cartoon. Oh, the big hurricane's coming. Evac. Oh, some Labor Day weekend getaway. See, this is what happens when the climate changes for the worse. Because we're heating the whole freaking planet. And all the weather is whack. That's what did the dinosaurs. The asteroid hit, but it whacked the atmosphere. Earlier extinction whacked the atmosphere. 3 days of darkness, that's whacking the atmosphere. So stop whacking, here comes the alien probe. One of these things, I think. How about schools? Nope, not that one. Which one was it? Oh, look at this. This is what the real cause. HECO needs to invest in maintaining lines. Hawaiian Electric should invest more in its line clearance program to be sure power lines are not compromised by weather events like the fires on Maui in early August. Nefarious time for me. Nearly every island has overhead power lines owned by HECO that are in serious need of maintenance and clearing. As we drive around Hawaii Island, we often see and report numerous issues of really old power lines carrying heavy loads, lines breaking and hanging on the side of the road, possibly from other utilities but the same poles, vines, brush, and coconut trees growing into the lines, and leaves showing the signs of severe browning and burning. These are serious potential catastrophic hazards that could cause electrocutions or fires that need to be immediately addressed by HECO. Where are the line clearance and maintenance crews before the storms arrive? An ounce of prevention could save a pound of cure for the financial future of HECO. It needs to better maintain its power lines before it is too late. Shauna W. Hukila Hilo. Thank you, Shauna. You're absolutely right. And it's totally the kind. Oops, which way? This way. You're absolutely right, Shauna. That's correct. It's the power grid and these felled power utility lines. You see, they're like the wooden poles with the power lines on top. And what they're doing now is checking for termites. That's right. The termites, they eat the wood like little teeny bug beavers. And then the power line pulls all weakened and the wind comes by. Boom. And this is probably a thing that they're going to look at all across the nation. Termites in the power line. Anyways, have a good Friday. Aloha to you. Go this way. Go the right way now. Aloha to you. Aloha to you. Oh, electricity, termites and wind blowing around. I think it's gonna be a good day. Good day.